Hi guys, I did an interview with Caoimhín Agyarko ahead of his fight against Tomi Silvennoinen. Enjoy.
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. Not long back from a good session, just chilling now.
That sounds good. Speaking about your previous fight last time against Troy Williamson, how did you think that fight went for you?
I thought it was a good performance, probably my career best performance. Obviously against a real tough opponent in Troy, who's
Yeah.
been a proven British champion and a tough fighter. So, yeah, I thought I performed very well.
And do you feel like the split decision is fair? Do you feel like you won quite a few more rounds than him? Or how did you feel like it went?
No, the split decision. I don't know where that came from. Even his team and his coach said that the judge that gave it to Troy should be sacked. Do you know what I mean? One judge
Yeah,
had it one or had it 98, 92, 97, 93. So um I would probably say it was 97, 93. Being harsh on myself, but I don't know where the other judge got it 96, 94 against me.
exactly. And what did you think you had the most success with going into that fight?
Um I just feel like I never let Troy set. I use my superior boxing skills in terms of boxing on the back foot and counter punching. Um, yeah, my lateral movement side to side. So yeah, there's a bit of everything. I boxed on the back foot. I fought when I had to. But I never let Troy set at any stage.
And was there anything that Troy did that surprised you in that fight?
No, not to be honest. I actually expected it to be a tougher fight than it actually was, and that's no disrespect to Troy, but um, I thought he would have stayed on my chest and made me work hard and made me fight. But maybe that was down to my movement, my feints, my skills, and not allowing him to do so. But I expected it to be a way tougher fight than it was.
And heading into this fight on the 3rd of August, what is the mindset going into this fight?
The same mindset that it is going into every fight. Seek and destroy, go in, get a good win, and push on.
How has training camp been so far?
Training has been very tough. I'm feeling the effects of my body at the moment, but yeah, I'm pushing myself every day and training and sparring on the track sprints. So yeah, training's been going perfect.
And what does the normal week look like to you? Like, how do you split up the sessions and that?
Um, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll normally have uh a boxing session in the morning, and then either a sprints track or a long slow run on a Monday night, and then Tuesday and Thursday we'll have a tech session, um, technical pad session, and then strength and conditioning, um, on Tuesday and Thursday night. So I've got strength training tonight at 5, and just in between I just relax and chill and prepare myself for the next sessions.
And what have you seen from Tommy that you feel like you can exploit?
Do you know what? To be honest, I haven't really watched much of him. I've watched, I think, one fight and watched maybe 2 rounds of him. I don't really watch a lot of my opponents. I know how good I am and what I have to do. I don't really focus on my opponents, but he's he's slow-footed, slow hands, comes forward. He looks strong, and he looks like he stands and has a go. So he'll be tough, and I'm prepared for the best fighter in him. And as long as I'm the best keeping the job on the night, I'll get the job done.
And what improvements do you think you've done since the last fight to this fight?
Um, I think I'm trying just not to maybe move as much as I do. I always say I'm an aggressive counter puncher, but I can be that aggressive counter puncher without having to move my legs as much as I do. Um, so I think we're just working on certain aspects of that, being able to use two free phase attacks, um, and angles rather than getting my shots off and then going on the back foot and moving.
Yeah, exactly. And do you have like, do you have like a prediction for this fight? Like, do you that you'll get him out on the scorecards, or do you feel you'll get him out before the judges' scorecards even come into question?
I just focus on the win. Yeah, it'll be nice to get him out of there, but I know he's tough. He's only been stopped once. So my focus is on the win and on the night. If I see an opening to take him out, I'll take him out.
Yeah. And the majority of your fights have been at like 160. You're now fighting at 154. Do you feel like 154 is your natural weight class now?
Yeah, that's where I'll be campaigning at until I can't make the weight no more. So yeah, I think I was always a 154 pounder, but when I turned professional, I always said that I didn't want to struggle and kill myself to make weight. So that's why I just naturally went at 160. Um, but once I linked up with my nutritionist and started doing things properly, I realized that I was making 160 too easy and um maybe giving away advantages being the smaller guy in height and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no issues making 154, so that's where I'll be campaigning at for a while.
And you were at 160 and you were getting the victories. You were still undefeated. Do you feel like moving down this weight just makes you even more dangerous?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I'm a lot more dangerous at 154. Listen, I feel like I carry the power down and I'm strong at 154 and 160. So there are definitely two weights that obviously I've campaigned at, and there's no reason why I won't go back up to 160 in the future.
And when you were doing your days as an amateur, how does that compare to the professional scene? I know there was sometimes you would fight one day and then 3 days later you would have another fight. Is that, are you ready to go whenever, or do you prefer these longer breaks?
No, I think like obviously with the amateurs, you could have two free fights within 1 week. You're having to weigh in every day the morning of the fight, so it's a lot harder in the amateurs to maintain the weight, and it does take a toll on your body fighting 2 3 days in a week. But also the rounds were only 3 3 minute rounds and 3 rounds obviously. So in the professional ranks, you're fighting longer rounds, so you need time for your body to kind of heal and repair for you to go again. So yeah, I think it suits me better to fight as a professional um and have them 10 rounders and then a little break in between.
And what do you feel you've improved the most since your amateur career to your professional?
Um, I'm not too sure. Do you know what? I was probably more aggressive as an amateur than I am as a pro. As a pro, I realized that you can't be a one-trick pony. You have to be able to do a bit of everything, and I'm a fighter that can do that. I can box on the back foot, I can go forward, I can go side to side. I box as a southpaw, as an orthodox. I've got quick hands and quick feet, so I'm a fighter that's not a one trick pony. I adapt to my opponents on the night, whatever they bring, and if I feel like the game plan isn't going to how we planned it, then I'll adapt and use something else in my armor.
And with this fight, how did it come about? Like, did you have a few names come to you and Tommy was the best of the bunch? Were you just given Tommy, or how did it come about you two were going to fight?
No, it was just my manager said that he could get me on this card in Belfast, and working with the Common Boxing, they proposed this opponent and we accepted straight away.
Good. I'm reading a bit more about you, like getting prepared for here. I did hear that you did actually reject approach to be on Love Island. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago, yeah.
Was it just because of obviously that scripted, or was it because of your boxing career? You were not wanting to take time out of the gym?
On why I didn't go on it,
Yeah.
it's not who I am as a person. I feel like it is scripted. One, I have a girlfriend now as well. Well, at the time I didn't, but I when I turned it down, it's not who I am. I'm a fighter. I don't fight for fame. I fight because I want to achieve my goals and my dreams. So Love Island isn't a part of who Caoimhín Agyarko wanted to be.
And do you feel like that's the difference between you and the likes? I think it's like Tommy Fury. I know he went onto that show. Do you feel like he's more focused on the social media side instead of actually becoming an actual boxer?
Um, yeah, yeah, I think so. I think Tommy is a bit of an influencer now. He doesn't fight as regularly as he did before he went onto Love Island, and he he's really only really fought influencers after Love Island.
Yeah.
I think yeah, there's a big difference there.
And also reading up, I did see that you unfortunately were part of an attack in 2017. Do you feel like now people are now talking more about your boxing skills and your fights more than just that attack?
Yeah, I think that getting stabbed is always going to be a part of who Caoimhín Agyarko is, and somebody's always going to bring it up. Like now we're talking about it. I did an interview yesterday, and we spoke about it. But people appreciate me for my boxing skills, and getting stabbed is just a part of the story.
Your boxing skills are amazing and you are great to watch. Now, when do you feel that you want to get back into the ring after this fight? I know it does depend how much damage you do get, but if all goes well, when do you want to get back in? Before the end of the year, or do you think it'll be more into 2025 before we see you?
No, definitely, I'll be out once more before the end of the year. The goal is to get a good win August 3rd, and then fight again. Fight again, maybe late November, early December.
And do you feel like you're now getting close to getting an opportunity to fight for your title?
Yeah, well, I have a title. I've picked up three titles as a professional, and I'm ranked number 10 in the world and number 7 in Europe. So I want to push on towards a European title, and then after that, go on the world honors.
No, well, that sounds good. Do you have a prediction for your fight? Do you have a prediction for the main event? Or
Just a win from Caoimhín Agyarko is all I'll be looking. Whether I get a done within inside the distance or on points, I'll be victorious on the night, and on the main event, I hope to see Tyrone win. I know it's a tough fight, but yeah, I hope to see Tyrone McKenna win.
and do you feel like there's any more pressure on you? I'm pretty sure I read up that you're in the co-main event for this one. Do I have that correct?
I've been co-main event on massive cards, probably bigger cards than this, beforehand, so no pressure. Pressure's for tires.
No, that's completely fine. And do you have anyone you wanted to shout out?
Just shout out to my sponsors, Minstrel Recruitment, Free Train, Color Master, all support my career. So yeah, big shout out to them.
Well, thank you for coming on. That was fantastic. Good luck for your fight. If you are in the Belfast area around the 3rd of August, make sure you get tickets for the event. It is going to be a great watch. Thank you for coming on. It was great to speak to you.
Thank you very much.